Hey Canucks fans, the Canucks are scoring goals in spades, and it's a beautiful thing to see. I'm Clay Emo, I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter, I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram, I'm the founder of the GLCBC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club, and this is my Canucks Take All in One Take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Wednesday, October the 16th. Thanks to all of you who watched my quick post-game recap yesterday from the bowling alley, a little bit of a different environment there, but I talked very quickly about what I liked, the power play, what I didn't like, the first shift of the game, and one other thing, the way the Canucks stood up for one another, that kind of wolf pack mentality that we've been hearing a lot about over the past 12 to 16 hours after the game. Today I want to focus on the Canucks scoring and how good it's been. They've outscored their opponents 18-11 in the first 5 games, obviously helped by that 8-2 victory. And their goal differential of +7 actually has them tied with Edmonton and Vegas, 2 other Pacific Division teams, for 5th in the league overall, and that's awesome. I saw something from last year where I think the Canucks after 15 games were second or third in the league overall, yet they still had a minus goal differential, even though they were 9-6 or something last season. I think that was last season, 2 years ago. I think it was last season. But anyways, this season they're 18 goals for, 11 goals against, +7 after only 5 games. Again, that 8-2 drubbing of the Kings helps with that. 6 goals differential there. But obviously a really, really good start to the team, to the season, for the team. And you look at the scoring leaders, a couple surprises and a couple guys that you're really happy with, and a couple guys you really want to get going. You have JT Miller right at the top with 7 points. So again, these are all in 5 games. So JT Miller has 7 points, and then Brock Boeser has 6 points. 2 guys you expect to be up there. And then Pettersson, their line mate, has 5 points. So the top line has the 3 top spots. And also tied with Pettersson with 5 points is Alex Edler. So again, that's Miller with 7, Boeser with 6, and then Pettersson and Edler with 5 points each. Then you have the 4-point club with Sutter and Pearson. Both nice surprises. Pearson continuing a strong play since the trade late last season. And then Brandon Sutter, he had that 1 3-point night. So he's already got 4 points in 5 games, which is awesome. Then you have a bunch of guys with 3 points, guys like Quinn Hughes and others. And then it drops down to 2 and then 1. So a couple guys that have only 1 point so far are Bo Horvat and Michael Ferland, and they're playing together. Horvat was on the ice for a lot of the goals during the power play, but he wasn't credited with any points because Edler, Miller, Boeser, Pettersson were taking all the points. But that's okay. But you did see that. Horvat was obviously engaged, even though he wasn't scoring, racking up goals or assists last night. But obviously a big part of that successful power play. But Horvat does only have 1 point in 5 games. That translates to 20%. So you want him to get more than 16 or 17 points for the season, and I'm sure he will as the season goes on. They're going to rely on him more especially the first line dries up a bit, or you can't just rely on the first line. So I'm not too worried. But yeah, it does stick out to me that Horvat only has 1 point in 5 games. Small sample size. Michael Ferland as well only has 1 point in 5 games. And we know that he's being bounced around the first, second, and third line already in 5 games with the Canucks. Only a few guys have no points so far. That's Jordy Ben, and that's Tim Schaller, and that's Jay Beagle. And you'd expect Schaller, and these are guys who have played all 5 games. You expect Schaller and Beagle not to have points, get a lot of points playing on the 4th line. But they had a really good game yesterday with Tyler Mott shutting down Detroit and in fact winning the goal differential, the shot differential battle throughout the game. So and Travis Green talked about them afterwards. So Beagle, Schaller, Mott, full value for their play. And the one other thing you really notice, aside from all the points that the Canucks were racking up on the power play yesterday, right? Miller had his 2, and then Edler, Pettersson, Boeser all had 3 points. So 11 points. Based on those, that was wrong. I did the math wrong. There were 9 power points to be had, and Edler had 3 of them, and then Boeser, Pettersson, and Miller all had 2. So that adds up to 9. So 9 points total, cumulative over the 3 power play goals. So obviously that was good. But the other way that the Canucks are racking up points is through their D-men. 5 of the 6 D-men have at least a point on the season already, which is really good. Led by Alex Edler's 5 points. And then, like I said, Quinn Hughes has 3. And I think Chris Tanev has 3 as well. So Tanev and Hughes have 3 points each. And then even Tyler Myers, I think, has 2. And Troy Stecher has 2. So there you go. The 5 of the top 6 D-men have at least 2 points on the season, which is a wonderful, wonderful sign. Jordy Ben, like I said, the only regular D-man who hasn't got a point yet. But that's okay. He's a third pairing guy. And that's to be expected. So for many, I'd say there are 3 main reasons why the Canucks have scored so many goals. Obviously, the performance of their top line, which goes hand in hand with their power play performance, and then the push from the D-men as well. All leading to a +7 goal differential after 5 games, and the Canucks looking very strong. They've won 3 in a row. Good test coming up now with their road trip, 4 games on the road. So we got St. Louis, the defending Stanley Cup champions, on Thursday, New Jersey Saturday, the Rangers Sunday, and then Detroit again, in Detroit this time, next Tuesday. So there you go. Those are the next 4 games. Be awesome if the Canucks took 2, 3, if not 3, if all 4, but maybe not. Maybe if they got 3 wins out of these next 4, that would be amazing, and it would set them up for, you know, a really, really good start to the season after 9 or 10 games. So, Canucks fans, let me know what you think. What do you think are the keys to our offensive success so far? Is it the first line? Is it JT Miller? JT Miller, you know, he's always been good, but he's played with really good players, especially in Tampa. So not only, yeah, sure, that might have inflated his numbers a little bit, but it also kind of worked against him in that he didn't get to play all the time with Stamkos and Kucherov and all those guys. So now we're seeing how good he is as well. And again, 7 points in 5 games. You can't argue with that. So is it JT Miller? Is it the top line? Is it the fact that Pettersson and Boeser have gotten going after a slow start the first couple games? Is it the power play? Is it the D-men? Is it something else that I'm missing? Let me know. And one other thing, I want to give a shout out to Jacob Calvert. He was quick to give credit to someone else, I think a family friend or something. But he came up with a wonderful line, probably the best nickname that I've heard for some Canucks players or a collection of Canucks players in a long time. And he came up with the lottery line, or the Lotto line, for our first line. And that, of course, is Brock Boeser, Elias Pettersson, and JT Miller, whose numbers are 6, 40, and 9. Put them together, 649, the very popular lottery here in Canada. Now, I know there's a lot of people that were living in the States or overseas that are wondering they didn't get it, and that's understandable. You wouldn't get it because it's the Canadian lottery. But Lotto 649, being a staple here for decades, and then the 3 players' numbers, jersey numbers, are 6, 40, and 9. 649, and you can come up with all these puns or these you know, clever things about how it's the money line, or you know, they're going to take it to the bank, or all these things. But overall, I think it was very clever. So hats off to you, Jacob, and whoever else you credited this morning. I know you're being very humble that way, but I know it got some love in local media yesterday, and it should. It's a great name for the line. Again, the lottery line, or the Lotto line, 649, Boeser, Pettersson, and Miller. Let me know what you think about that as well. All right, Canucks fans, a lot to talk about. I'm in good mood. Canucks are 3-2, over 500, tied for a wild card spot, and looking to make a dent in the standings as they got 4 games in the next 7 days. So we'll see what happens. Leave a comment below. I'll have to read, react, and reply. Subscribe if you like to. Like this video if you like to. Enjoy the day. God bless. Go Canucks go.